Hello, and welcome to the All Night Gamers Podcast, episode 163, 64. Didn't fully check that before the show. We're kind of like off schedule right now. Consider this
A lot.
the week and a half show instead of the weekly show. Took last week off because Alex's job sucks, and it was also Thanksgiving. So
we could not really reconvene.
yeah. So is what it is. Decided to just take the holiday. And we're recording very early this week. We're recording on Saturday this week because, again, Alex's job sucks. But we're here. We're not going to skip out on Game of the Year voting. We're going to do that here this week and go over what's been happening over the course of the holiday. How was y'all's Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, right? Yeah.
I worked.
Nice.
Alex and Chelsea worked. Chelsea's car needs an oil change, and of course everything was closed by the time I realized it needed an oil change because I dropped Alex off and had to go home and figure out what Chelsea's car needed because I've never worked on it.
Doesn't it beep at you?
Chelsea's car is fancy. It gives a whole sensor. It was like 15% oil life. I'm like, that's not a good sign. So I
don't know if that's a fancy feature, bro. My base model Civic, my 2010 Civic did that.
I have a 2004 Trailblazer. Everything is fancy compared to my car.
True.
Yeah, no, Kyle's car.
Basic features are very fancy for my car.
Oh yeah. I wish Kyle wasn't working so much because like when I was in his car one day, literally it's like, oh, I was like, Kyle, does that say 150 days since last engine check or oil check or whatever? It's like, ignore that. He turned it off.
Oh, those things are a scam anyway. Does he drive like a luxury car or something?
He drives a Honda Civic.
Honda Civic does that?
I guess so. I mean, it was, yeah.
Because I know a lot of like nicer cars will do like, you need to go be serviced in this many days, regardless of if you actually need the service or not, because they're just trying to get you to spend more money. But I guess Honda's on that train now too. I have a maintenance minder on my Type R, but I just refresh all that stuff as I do all that stuff. So
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, none. Chelsea's car, it's more like I just need to do it because her. Like I checked the dipstick and there wasn't oil on it. I'm like, where the hell is it?
What's that show? I feel like it's like Parks and Rec or something, where someone walks into a store and they're like, how can I help you? And the guy's like, I know more than you.
I think that is Parks and Rec.
Something like that. Anyway. Well, I want to go ahead and give a disclaimer as to why my camera's off right now. My collector's corner heavily involves my game room, so I'm keeping that shrouded. I will turn it on for collector's corner and show you guys everything, but lots of big stuff there.
I was wondering that.
I'm also glad we're recording at the time we're recording because it's pre-Iron Bowl, so I'm not upset from the inevitable loss, and I don't have to miss watching us lose either. No. Can't wait for that.
No. We gotta win. If we win, they stay in downtown and don't come to Fusakis.
Cooper said, "Please God, let's win, so I don't have to work."
I mean, that's as good of a reason as any.
I think that just moves. Cooper, I think that just moves the bar instead of right after the game. It's right after everyone finishes at rolling the corner.
Go drink instead.
My dude, I think they're going to drink either way.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
What time do they close? Do y'all close, Cooper?
We close.
He's working until 10.
Yeah. I'm closing at 10:30 because dishes.
Somebody's got to clean.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
if we win, he probably won't get as many people.
No, it won't be a rush. It'll just be like sporadic.
It'll be like dinner basically. Lunch rush is awful, but dinner rush, I mean, it's really not that bad.
Yeah, but
Opposite.
don't count on the
Yeah.
win there, Coop. After last week, I have no hope in this team.
Yeah, no.
That's
I
what I've
like-
been saying the whole time.
I like that SEC shorts didn't even. They've been saying y'all get them next week for a lot of people. They did not say that for us.
Yeah, not good. I've
Yeah,
also
'cause-
Very
seen the
bad.
kick six on Instagram like 3,000 times this past week. Like, guys, there's a reason we call that once in a lifetime, because it's not happening. I get you're trying to keep people excited and make people come to the game, which if you go to that game, you're a masochist this year.
Or you're an Alabama fan.
Or you're yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway. All right, well, yeah, one of those episode numbers, I don't know. Let's just get on with the show. New Naruto fighting game receives backlash for questionable redub, raising eyebrows over potential AI voiceover. Oh,
Ooh.
quote, I can guarantee I did not say that line that way. Is that from a voice actor? Wait, they got voice actors and then did AI over it?
Yeah.
Why?
So they had voice actors for the other Naruto game,
Mhm.
and then I don't know. It's kind of weird because the way it sounds like, from the little time I spent reading it, is that there's lines in the trailer from the previous game, but then there's stuff that sounds AI.
The voice actors
But it's like
are like, we did not say it like that.
it's not in English; it's in a different language.
Oh.
Naruto Cross Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. That's the name of the game. This article has so many tweets linked of just like bad clips.
Amazing.
Huh. Well, I don't even know what to. That's just weird. Why? Why would you do
It's-
the voice
Yeah.
Okay,
acting?
so it is interesting, right? Because the voice acting guild has, been on strike for months. Did they, Alex? You usually see the random stuff. Did they actually like come to an agreement, or are they still working on that?
I
thought-
do not know. I didn't know the voice actor guild went on strike.
Yeah.
Like the actors
Or the actor
and
guild
writers guild. did.
would voice act? I don't know if voice actors
No,
part of
I
that.
don't
Is that
get
not?
enough to be in the actors. No.
Oh, fun.
But it still affected them
Okay,
because
maybe.
they're saying the stuff that other people write,
Yeah.
but it's just not the same kind of.
I mean, it's
Union.
the same idea, right? Like I know one of the actors guild's big problems, which I don't think this, because I saw some of it, right? I don't think this agreement gave it to him, was protection against AI, because all the companies are like, you work for us, and we own your likeness so that we can use AI to do whatever we want with it.
Oh yeah.
You nothing.
So nothing good. Nothing good.
It seems Ubisoft is experimenting with in-game ads for some users. Ads appear when opening the pause menu or map. They put so I had this in here I think later in the show. But yeah, Ubisoft's putting ads in Assassin's Creed Odyssey for Assassin's Creed Mirage. They say it was a quote technical error, but basically every time you tried to open the map, it would show a little prompt for Assassin's Creed Odyssey that you have to like cancel out of, or press X to confirm to go to the store on your specific platform to go buy it.
Oh yeah, that sounds okay. I really want them to explain how something that complicated is a technical error.
They
Oops,
so
guys,
they
didn't mean to code
Oopsie.
that.
they didn't say that they like didn't mean to put the ad in the game overall. They just said they didn't mean to have that be the trigger
Put it
condition.
there.
Yeah. They're like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
no, we're gonna advertise
That's-
to you, but we weren't gonna advertise to you that hard,
That's not what we meant to do.
which is
It-
total BS.
'cause,
They
like-
totally meant to do that. They're just seeing if
Oh,
they could get
yeah.
away with it.
I guess we'll just put it back on the home screen of
No.
the game.
Sorry,
Oh, we
guys.
get
Buy
legal
our
trouble.
stuff.
We getting legal issues with that? All right. Yeah. Oops.
Oopsie, our fault. FTC, please don't sue us.
Here at Ubisoft.
Here at Ubisoft, we love your money. Wait, no, we love people. It's money.
We can't believe there are people still playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
We did not know that you were still playing this game when we updated it to put ads into
we
it.
didn't know
to
that
make
we
money.
we didn't know the Wii U is a thing. I don't even know where I was going with that.
We updated that version too.
Uh,
Ads. That game is just an ad now because
it opens up the eShop just to give you the message that the eShop doesn't work. And also, Assassin's Creed Mirage is not on that system. By a different system. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 Restored Content DLC case. A class action compliment, I almost said that, over a Star Wars video game's missing content should be dismissed in part because the lead plaintiff already got a rebate, the game's developer has argued in court. Now, a rebate is not a refund. That's one thing I know about law speak. Word choice is very specific. Rebate does not equal refund. What?
But they got $5.
I forgot about this. Have we talked about this case before?
I think we
I
briefly
do
touched
not
on it.
think
Fan
so.
who waited
Oh,
for
yeah,
Star Wars DLC sues over broken promises.
Yeah, we talked about this. I don't remember when, but we definitely talked about this at some point. Very briefly, because there wasn't any, thing more than fan sues over Star Wars. So
Huh. Okay. This... I don't know, dude. A lawsuit over a game that was $20 when it came out on Switch and is now $7.50 seems a bit much.
Oh
just
yeah.
do the
Yeah,
refund.
but
Why
the
did...
biggest problem was them promising in the ads
Yeah, that
that
they
they were going
promised
to
that
bring in
this
the
stuff was going to come out.
content.
Apparently, the restored content as DLC was supposed... They said it would drop in Q3 2022, and it obviously did not.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, like, you know what? Go ahead, screw companies and stuff. Continue with the lawsuit, but it's your fault for... Like, why would anybody ever listen to the things that EA says?
Especially
like,
after
watch what they
Battlefront
do,
2.
not what they say.
Actions louder, words.
Yeah, something.
Mm.
Morality, something.
No. Morals, no.
Nintendo is releasing an adults-only N64 Switch app in Japan for some rare games because they're both rated, quote, Z, which I did not know was a rating in Japan. But, yeah, they require their own storefront and have to be explicitly labeled for purchase as 18 and up. So now there's an 18 and up version of the N64 NSO app. Only in Japan, though.
For now.
We don't really care over here. We let 10-year-olds play Call of Duty. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
No. We don't do that. It's their parents letting them buy the game.
Yeah. So we let them do
My
it.
fingers hurt from that many air quotes.
Roblox faces a class action suit from parents about sexual content and grooming. Quote, parents who would never let their kids use TikTok don't think twice about letting them on Roblox. You know, that's some bars right there. That is straight fire. that is a huge quote, and I think there is a lot of truth in there. Parents who never let their kids use TikTok. Like, everybody is like, TikTok bad, but Roblox is trash. Roblox is mind melting, and that's coming from an Instagram Reels watcher over here. I get a lot of reels about Roblox. That's how I know it's trash, because Instagram's filter lets it through.
Oh yeah.
True.
I wonder about what exactly So grooming is a thing on Roblox?
I guess.
Okay, so the suit is based around just because the fact that sexual content can be accessed in Roblox. I'm not sure what kind of sexual content, but
Sexual.
I heard strip clubs in the comment section.
these
because someone
examples
was-
include kids seeing people in quote nude avatars, as well as them being allowed in the same space as people engaging in virtual sex. Other complaints
What?
focus on users soliciting underage kids for sex on the platform or calling them racial slurs. So Roblox is VR chat, is what I'm hearing, for kids.
Yeah, for kids.
Okay,
Except us
virtual
women.
sex. So there's e-sex in Roblox. What is that like? I guess we should
Don't wanna
download.
know.
I'm gonna download Roblox. Let me just Google. Let's open up the old Google here. How to have e-sex in Roblox.
Oh gosh.
And now Grant's been put on the
Grant's
list.
Oh
on the
yeah, and the
list.
first quote is or the first link is from Quora, like Yahoo Answers. How do I find sex games in Roblox? Simple answer: you don't.
Good.
ChatGPT responded and said, "I'm sorry, but I cannot assist you in finding explicit or adult content, including sex games in Roblox or any other platform. You're looking at the wrong place. Go fuck somewhere else." Oh my god. Can I copy this image?
And then put it in Uncharted.
Oh no, I'm putting it in the podcast chat. I'll put it in NSFW.
No.
I'll put an NSFW thing over it. There you go. There's a good example.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is worse than I thought. Like, I thought it was gonna be bad,
someone-
but this is worse.
Some Indian man posted a huge post, well, including that photo, about how to do it. Yeah, that is quite the image.
That is.
Okay, well, parents, if you're listening, maybe don't let them download Roblox.
Play
It-
Roblox.
You
Let
maybe
them
just
play
upload
old school
Roblox.
RuneScape instead.
Oh yeah.
At least
Wow,
the only
brilliant.
the only abuse there is verbal. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe falls out of the U.S. top 20 games for the first time in 6 years. Finally.
No.
Yes.
Sad.
God.
Pain.
Not pain. That game is good enough. Stop. This is all the fuel we need to get new Mario Kart.
It finally fell out.
Ugh.
We have to release a new one.
I'm sure it'll go back in for Black Friday.
Oh yeah.
Back.
Um,
Just a bump in the road 1 week.
Okay, well, with that, on to Collector's Corner, the weekly segment where we talk about the games we've been playing, what we do, and all that stuff. So let's see. Alex, why don't you go this week since you're back?
Yeah, I missed a week and then. Okay. I beat a few games. Yay!
Nice.
I
W.
beat that. Yeah, okay. I beat Like a Dragon, the man who erased his name. I
Nice.
beat Judgment. And I beat the DLC for Persona 5 Tactica because it's got its own story.
Nice.
And I've played some Persona 5 Tactica, the main story. I've played a bit of Lost Judgment. I've died at work.
Canon.
Cannon.
Yeah, true.
I'm so not looking forward to going back to work.
Nope.
Ugh.
Dude. Oh, I don't want to go with the class.
I did a lot of Christmas shopping, so my wallet's hurting.
I feel
Dude,
that.
same though.
I haven't
I've
even
got-
finished the Christmas shopping yet.
I've got most of it done. Yeah, same. I got most of it done, and then I looked at my bank and went, "Damn, I still got like 2 more people."
Mm,
But I finished y'all. I think y'all were like your gifts.
yeah?
Yeah. If you don't, I'm keeping it. So
Good strat.
I
Then I'm
know.
keeping yours.
No, don't do that.
I think that might be everything. I'm probably forgetting something, but I'm still a little tired because I worked 7 days in a row. And
And
then
we did the
Karen's
parks
like,
all day yesterday.
yeah.
Damn.
So
So we hung out with her all day.
Oh yeah.
Epcot was busy. Not as busy as it could have been, I guess, but busy.
All right. Well, Cooper.
All right. I've been playing Brawlhalla, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, which I got the collect 100 prismatic cards achievement yesterday, or well, last night, which is crazy because everybody says it takes at least a year. It took me 3 years, so I think they were lying.
Hmm.
But also, I don't. I touch the game, you know, not every day, so that probably adds up. But yeah, I did Christmas shopping, which is always fun. Looked at my bank account, cried a little. Uh,
I feel
what
that
else?
though.
Oh yeah. What else have I been doing? Um, I put a little bit of Bug Fables on Switch. I need to eventually beat it, but that's for future Cooper. Um,
Future Cooper's got a lot to do.
I know.
We
Future
all have a
Cooper
lot to
all has a
do.
lot to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say all our
Mm,
future selves have a lot to do. We had a
yeah.
busy day right after the podcast.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I've been just kind of vibing, and then work.
Can't relate.
uh,
Not vibing, not having a good time.
all right, Cameron.
Okay, so obviously I played Splatoon, I played Spider-Man 2, and I think it said I was like 40%, some I don't know. I you know I saved I made a save at Coney Island before the whole event there so that I can just go back to that because that was fun. Um but I've been playing through that. I've got most of the spider bots. And I haven't had to use a list yet, but I'm getting close to using one just because I want to have that done.
Oh yeah.
They don't show up often enough. Um, let's see what else have I done. I've not gone back to finish the last 3 time trials in Mario Kart. Everything else is done, but last 3. Uh, I went to the Star Cruiser, guys. Do you believe me? I went.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You sure did.
I sure did. I sure have pins from it. Um, yeah. Um, strangely, they're not selling those on property. They're selling those at the Character Warehouse on Vineland.
Hmm.
And I was like, "What? You, why is all the other stuff being sold for full price, but you're not going to sell these for full price? People will buy them. Doesn't matter."
Hmm.
That's about some annual pass stuff.
Nice.
This is not a pin. This came in these came together as pins, and this says pin on the back. This is not a pin. This is an ornament.
Only you would have that kind of comment on a Disney product.
Yeah.
Actually, it says pin, but this is
Actually-
configured to be an ornament, as you see clearly
Actually,
here by the
there's no
lack
way
of a
for me to put
pin.
this on a. If there's no way for me to put this on a pin board.
Disney
yeah,
is posting cringe.
Let's see. I did Buzz Lightyear, and we spent all day yesterday in Epcot, and then almost all day. Towards the end of the day, we went to Walmart, and I got stuff to do work on Chelsea's car. Yay!
Fun.
Car expensive.
We love
Real.
maintenance.
But maintenance is cheaper than replacing the car or having someone else do it.
Facts.
Also real.
That's what I also bought Christmas presents. And Chelsea and I got like a ton of stuff for wedding gifts and whatnot from our friend Megan because she couldn't go to the wedding. So I have like 3 bags from her.
Mhm.
And also that little tree over there.
Hmm.
It is a tree.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
I used to have a little white tree in my room growing up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that on the table or something. I don't know. I need a spot for a Christmas tree.
I need to put ours up.
It is. Oh, it's 2 days after Thanksgiving. We can have a Christmas tree up now.
Yes.
Yeah.
W.
So yeah. Otherwise, it's just been an expensive week. Christmas is not
True.
cheap.
Yep.
No.
In this economy,
In this economy, we're buying gifts for non-family in this economy.
Wait, who you buying for?
No, just like. I mean, I have we gotta get Grant something.
Oh, real.
oh shit! Please
Real.
don't. I was on a call with my dad last night, and he was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I was like, "I don't
And you're
know,
just like-
man," because I always I don't want to ask for stuff. Like I just don't. So
You're
when
just like-
when I do ask for stuff, I'm like, I need something that's like practical that I'm gonna use every day. Ask for
Yeah.
things that
Yeah.
are like, things I actually kind of need. So I was like, oh, you know what? I
Mhm.
need a new comforter because my comforter right now is, he's a struggle baby. He's
Mhm.
been through it, and
Yeah.
needs replacing. And then I told him that, and he was like, "What else?" I was like, "No, I want a comforter." That's just,
It's like if you're not going to get me, if you want something else, just money, I guess.
yeah. I was like, you know what? New cutting boards. I need new cutting board. I sent him like this specific material I wanted, and he was like, "What else?" Like, you gotta be kidding me. So, I was like, "Fine, sound bar." Because I know you'll stop there. You'll look at that and be like, "Ooh." So, ha. I should just start asking for things that are like $80,000. That way I don't have to worry about getting any gifts.
a new car,
Yeah, a C7 Corvette. Thank you very much.
a house,
Um,
fully paid off, so I only have to pay the insurance on it and the property tax.
okay, you guys ready for the camera reveal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, let's see. So this wall used to have that shelf on it. It got moved to that one.
Right.
Got the posters from downstairs. That other shelf over here, it's mirrored. I'm confused. That one used to be downstairs, and I was only using like half of it. So I filled it up. I've got like all my handhelds in there now, and like my GBA games have a spot and some cool boxes. And now the closet has the other shelf and more stuff to display.
Yeah, I see
the pins.
Amiibo.
I've got
the
a bunch
Mario
of inbox
pins.
amiibo. I've got my Bayonetta thing. I've got all my Nintendo Power magazines. The Goomba seems to have fallen from his spot next to Link.
Zelda.
Game & Watches, a couple other
Selected
boxes,
editions, it
old
looks like.
systems that I don't have hooked up currently, and then the same setup as before, but kind of centered. It's directly behind the chair. That hasn't really changed. New TV. I finally ended up
Yes.
getting one. And then also I got more posters over here. I got my Mario coins up. I put up my Magic Band that you got for me over here because I had nothing else to
Nice.
do with it. Mario 3D World poster and a couple other posters from downstairs. So now the living room is much more like living room, and the game room is much more game room. Everything's consolidated.
Very
What I'm
nice.
hearing is you need more space.
What I'm hearing is
I do not
just
have a
not
lot of.
planning to move.
I do not have a lot of expansion room in here, but that kind of is fine because I have really bought a whole lot of stuff, and anytime I have been, I've also been getting rid of a lot of games recently. I've got more stuff I need to sell now, but yeah, so spent a lot of time on doing this. This was a pain in the ass, but it worked out really well.
It looks so nice though.
Yeah, it's super
Yeah.
even look spread across the TV. That TV is awesome. I finally found a good OLED one for a good price, and it's 4K
What do you have
120
holding
hertz.
it up?
It's like a TV stand, so there's like a glass. There's a tiny little glass piece. You probably see it under the N64. It's like a big base that
Mhm.
post comes out of, and then it grabs the back of the TV with the face amount. My PS5 is hidden
Right there.
behind that too.
Yeah. Nice.
Ooh, blue plate.
And yeah, I got more boxes out that I want to actually display. My 360 box and Stardew Valley stuff and my Switch boxes, Smash
Splatoon.
boxes.
Mm.
Yeah, my Splatoon amiibo are all in. I posted that up too high. Are all
Garrett
in
was
the
inspired by
corner.
the store in North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
Well, really, it was just like, like I want the living room. I don't want the entire house to be a game room. I need like the game room to be in one specific place, so that way I can hide my autism. Like if people want to see it, then they can come experience it and get sick, but they don't have to. So yeah, and now
Oh, sorry. I heard sick and my mind went, huh? Oh yeah, regular people.
yeah. And like plus like a lot of stuff was just kind of like piled up. I didn't have a lot of display room, and the shelf downstairs was not getting really utilized. Like all the games, the Switch games and PlayStation games and Wii U games were the only thing on that shelf down there. So I had a ton of empty space. And I had like things stacked in front of things, and all my inbox amiibo were just piled up. Like none of it really looked good. So yeah, very excited with
Where-
this. Been playing a lot of games in here the past couple days.
So are your other
Yeah.
amiibos still downstairs, or where are
Yeah.
those?
Yeah, those are still downstairs.
Okay.
I don't have room for everything up here. This
No,
this
again.
is about the best I can do.
Time for a new place
Yeah, well, whenever that happens, but
when it's not 8.7%.
yeah. So never.
Never.
Um,
I feel that though.
but yeah, I was able to get the Papa-san chair downstairs back in the corner, so like it's not like an estranged chair. It's more sociable, more open, less congested. Like this room is okay to be congested because there's a lot going on, but the living room shouldn't be so full of shit. And yeah, it just looks nicer. Can hang up more photos and stuff. Make it look like I actually
Mhm.
appreciate my family. So not fully done yet. I've still got some older posters I've discovered that I need to put up and kind of fill out the wall space in here on this wall.
Mhm.
But yeah, mostly done and super happy with it. I've been really experiencing. I haven't felt like I've had a game room like this in really ever. So I've been very hermit the past couple days, just playing games. Speaking of
Nice.
playing a lot of Super Mario RPG, I'm already to Booster's Castle. I think I have 3 stars. I'm played some Mario Wonder, played some Stardew Valley. I've got all the 150cc cups now in Mario Kart. I've got. What are you smiling at? I'm concerned.
Cooper made a meme of you.
Oh God, in the chat.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good one. Yeah, I got all the 150cc cups in Mario Kart. I've got all but I think I actually did just finish all the mirror cups. So now it's just the 200 ones. Playing a ton of Gran Turismo 7 still. We beat last time I mentioned it. I think we were back to S license. We beat all the other licenses at gold. I've beaten 3 S licenses now at gold.
Nice.
And I'm stuck on number 4. So I've been working on number 4 and number 5, just kind of not getting stagnated on one race too long.
You mean like Rainbow Road?
Yeah, exactly. Like when I get frustrated on one course, I just go to the other course and work on that for a while. But I'm close. Spider-Man 2. Where am I at? I just stole the serum from Craven. That's where I left off.
Significantly further ahead than me.
Yeah, I ripped it off his neck, and that's about kind of
Nice.
where I stopped. Let's see. Did a little Black Friday shopping myself. That TV was a part of that. Got some Christmas gifts, figuring all that stuff out. I think that's about it. I feel like I'm always, always got that missing something
Always.
feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I started playing Resident Evil 7 last night. I kind of wanted to see what those PS5
Nice.
upgrades are all about. I doubt I'll play through the game again. Maybe I'll get hooked, but I doubt it. I just kind of wanted to see what the upgrades are like, and now that I've got a TV that can do 120 hertz, I've been experimenting with that a lot. And my PS5 gets hot now,
Yeah.
man. My PS5 gets freaking cooking and under there. Okay, Faye, we got anything for Faye?
Um.
Thank you.
Hang on. Probably. One. One second.
Cooper continues to actually know Faye.
Oh yeah, Adult Tiki Resplendent. They got announced. That's pretty cool. And the dogs are freaking out.
Is this what the dogs were doing when you were taking your test the other day?
Yep, basically this, and then Bella was just barking like crazy because she was stuck in the couch. So
She's stuck in the couch.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, I didn't get her out. But she wouldn't shut the hell up.
Well, the test instructor was not gonna let me get up. They were already crazy. Like, clean off your whole table and all this. And I was like, okay. I took off
Oh.
like 2 things and said, yep, it's clean.
One of those tests.
Yeah, yeah.
Gross.
Like if it wasn't proctored, I would definitely.
You
have
should have
gotten her
taken it in
whatnot.
your room.
No, my room is a mess. I ain't. Where the dude? Hello?
Hello.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
still there.
You
Okay.
good?
It's freaking out.
I just wanted to know the face stuff, bro.
My fault. Oh, dude, Goveg had an art update. Yeah, that's cool for her brave alt.
Nice.
I'm trying to figure out the characters on the new banner. It's Nino. Character I cannot pronounce because it's like made up. Hang on. Then it's man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Isadora and who's the last dude? Hang on.
Do 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 do.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why it's so hard to find the names. Hang on. Oh, Harkin. There we go. Yeah, they got a banner. And yeah, I don't know, I haven't really touched the game in a minute, so.
Okay then. Tidbits. Pokemon COO plans to keep Pokemon alive for quote hundreds of years. Yeah, I think that's what every company tries to do all the time ever with something that's successful.
Yeah.
I
I mean, money. Numbers
Well,
go up,
you're
right?
hey,
a quarter of the way there.
just in case you guys didn't know, we're trying to make money, and we're gonna keep trying to make money forever.
No way.
We want to be like Disney.
We're always gonna be making money forever. So just go ahead and buy some stock, please. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Make
we,
those
we
numbers
like
go
your
up.
money.
We like those numbers going up.
Mhm.
Splatoon 3's Deep Cut will perform at Nintendo Live 2024. That's not really shocking news because the Splatoon crew has always played at Nintendo Live since they started doing that. So, shocker, yeah, but at least it's confirmed that they're going to keep doing that. Splatoon 3's next big run is also the first weekend of December, so a week from today, or yesterday, I guess, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
Petroglyph has released a patch for Star Wars Empire at War, which brings 64-bit support to the 17-year-old game. Wow. 64-bit support. Remember when every
Amazing.
program you'd ever download would have a 32-bit and a 64-bit version, and you had to know
Which
Remember
one
was
you
like-
needed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
those are the days. From Mike Rose, Spirit Tea was actually meant to launch in 2022, but after we got a Game Pass deal, we decided, hey, let's make this thing even bigger and better. Hence the delay into 2023 and the 100 plus hours of content. Spirit Tea. Let's see what we got here. 9 out of 10 on Steam. 7 out of 10 from Nintendo Life. Or just look at the Metacritic. 76. Generally favorable. Metascore.
That's good.
It released on November 13th, so a couple weeks ago, and it does not have user ratings, or at least it doesn't have any user ratings on Metacritic, and the Switch is the only platform that even has a Metascore, because it's the only one that has at least 4 reviews. PC has 3 reviews, and that are 100, 80, and 40. So kind of a mixed bag here. So cool, yeah. 100 plus hours of content.
It's not bad.
100 plus hours of mid.
Mid content.
That's what Game Pass is all about.
True.
Persona developer Atlas is raising its average employee salary by 15%. Good on you, Atlas. Thank you. Keep that up. Yeah. Maybe convince my company to do that. That'd be nice.
Mhm.
PSA, the latest Baldur's Gate 3 patch completely broke the late game on PS5. RIP. Baldur's Gate 3?
A big game.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to see what exactly happens.
So from what I saw, it was like if you weren't in the third act of the game, last third of the game, then it would cause a lot of problems once you got there.
Intriguing.
Let's see. The latest patch that dropped essentially made Act 3 of the game unplayable. This isn't just performance issues or texture pop-ins. The entire scripting of the game seems to buckle once you enter this section. Everything just stops. Your party won't follow you. You can't do basic commands or talk to people. NPCs just run into the wall as if you lost internet connection in an online game. It takes at least 5 to 10 minutes for the game to catch up and let you do things, and this is not an exaggeration. And then it all does it all again as soon as you hit a new area. Reloading will not fix this either. Cool. That's an awesome patch. Sick feature.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Love features like that. Nintendo confirms that its new development center has been delayed to make it bigger. Cool. I didn't know they were making a new development center. I knew they were making the museum thing, but I didn't know they were making a new development center.
Is this the thing in, was it Kyoto? I mean, it's definitely Kyoto, but like, I feel like I vaguely remember something about the same time as the museum. I don't know. My brain is so fried at this point. I'm not actually certain.
Real.
Cool. Hideki Kamiya on the future of the Bayonetta series. Quote, the Bayonetta series would consist of a total of 9 episodes, and I wanted to grow the franchise as the Bayonetta saga I envisioned, but it seems like I might have to take the whole saga to the grave with me. What does that mean?
He's gonna die.
No, he's not at Platinum Games anymore.
Oh, right.
So the series is gonna die.
No, dude. Bayonetta can't be trash. Do not let Bayonetta go to trash.
Wait, did he work on the Bayonetta prequel that released in March?
Cereza and the Lost
Yeah.
Demon or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. That game fell off the map.
It
by the
really
way.
did. I'm like, that if there's a Switch game that's gonna be like stupid rare, it's gonna be that one, because it just nobody talked about it even like early on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. Yes, he did work on that. Supervising director, original story, chief scenario writer. Damn. Sony is facing a $7.9 billion, mass lawsuit over PlayStation Store prices. Why
Ooh.
though? Let's see. Claims that the PlayStation maker abused its dominant position, leading to unfair prices for customers. A London tribunal ruled on Tuesday. Dang. She says the company abused its dominant position by requiring digital games and add-ons to be bought and sold only via the PlayStation Store, which charges a 30% commission to developers and publishers. So this is just Epic v Apple, but different.
Oh yeah.
Store commissions.
New chapter.
Cool. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered is coming to PS5 on January 19th. That's soon. Also, can't wait for this game to go super cheap, super fast. I still have 2 copies of that on PS4. That's one of those games I bought twice on accident. I need to add that to the sell pile.
What game?
Last of Us Part 2.
You just accidentally sell both and have to buy a new copy of one.
I mean, I might as well and just get the PS5 version. Why would I
Also,
keep
it's
the PS4
probably
version?
cheaper.
No, it's actually cheaper just to buy the $10.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's always cheaper.
Mhm.
Old but interesting tidbit for the week. All of Half-Life's textures were created by a single person. New making of documentary explains. Dang.
Amazing.
Who is single person?
Do not know. I haven't watched that.
Kelly Bailey. No. That's Sound and Music. I love that every article I open prompts me to accept all cookies. No. No.
Everyone.
I don't want them. I don't want you to know what I'm doing right now. Even though you already do. The always active you're already doing why? What is this? No.
What's it matter?
Ugh. Makes me so mad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. So hard to find. Karen Laur. Laur. That's who. Got the answer. Nice. Couple rumors. Warner Brothers Wonder Woman game will likely be live service. I feel like we've already talked about this before. And also, this game is going to crash and burn because of that.
Yep.
Did DC not watch Marvel's Avengers?
You see. They can write it off as a tax write-off.
What?
That's what they did with the Batgirl movie.
So this is for.
That
so
was
you
ready.
think this is for taxes?
This is a tax write-off.
No,
Tax
but-
write-off.
Sure.
Easy money.
Sure.
They're gonna go. Actually, let's not release it. That's what it actually comes down to.
I hope it doesn't release because it's gonna do trash otherwise.
It deserves to do trash. Let's be real.
Facts. Activision wants to suggest you games based on the live streams you watch.
No, thank you.
I do
No,
not
thank
need to
you.
be recommended Madden NFL 24.
But what about Madden NFL 25?
Or Madden
Pay
NFL
200
23.
$200. You
Twitch
get to
games.
play it right now.
I literally bought Madden NFL 21 when it went on sale the year the PS5 came out because I was like, I want one football game for this console. And if I ever want to play Madden, I already have it. I don't need to. Because it's the same game, just different stats.
Yeah.
Slightly different character roster.
No, Jake from State Farm.
That's 2K. Although I wouldn't be
I
surprised if it's in
mean-
Madden too.
Would you be surprised?
I'm pretty sure there's at least Gatorade ads in Madden. Okay. On to voting for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
So, I think we should do what we've done before and start at the bottom category and work our way up. So we get the esports crap out of the
Alright.
way and then get to the interesting stuff.
Start voting. Hold on.
So
Let's
I
get-
selected categories and then went to best esports event.
Best esports event. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Look, if Nintendo was on here, I would just vote for Nintendo, and I still would say nobody cares.
I think I'm gonna go with so the category best esports event 2023 League of Legends World Championship, Blast.tv Paris Major, Evo, International Dota 2 Championship, and Valorant Champions. I think I'm gonna go Evo on this one.
Evo, yeah.
Not League. That's all I care about.
Yeah, that's the big one here. Best esports coach: Christine Potter Chi, Danny Zonic Sorensen, Jordan Gunba Graham, Remy XTQZZZ, Quanium, and Yoon Home Sung Young. Valorant, Counter Strike, Overwatch, Counter Strike, League of Legends. Okay.
Whatever's the hardest for them to pronounce on stage.
Definitely either
Grimmy
or
or
Jung Sung Young or Remy Quonium. XTQZZZ. What is that? I think I'm gonna go
Let's
with
make the
him
AI
because he's
sketch.
hard to pronounce and he doesn't play League of Legends. Otherwise, I'd pick Jung.
He
I'd pick
doesn't play
Jung,
League of Legends.
but Jung plays
But
League of Legends.
we can never give League of Legends a vote.
Yeah. Also, Remy's bald, and
No.
that means he's a champ.
No. Also, that means that every single light in the building is going to be on his head, reflecting when he walks up.
Yeah,
on stage,
he's gonna go up
so-
and everyone's gonna go
Sick.
bald, bald, bald.
It's like that year that the furry won. Furry.
Best esports team: Evil Geniuses for Valorant, Fnatic for Valorant, Gamian Gladiators for Dota 2, JD Gaming for League of Legends, and Team Vitality for Counter Strike. I kind of want to go Team Vitality because that sounds like a company for erectile dysfunction pills.
You know. Yeah. Okay, that works.
Alright. Works for me.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really care as long as no JD Gaming, L League of Legends.
Yeah, L League of Legends.
Best esports athlete: Lee Faker Sang Hyok. Ooh, that might be no. He plays League. He plays
but
League.
League.
Yeah,
League.
no,
but
no.
I was
L.
also gonna say him. I was like, doesn't matter. His name says Faker, but he plays League.
The guy below him, Peiko Hydra Ruswiz? How the heck do you pronounce that? Hydra?
Hydra for Call of Duty
Ooh.
though. Best
Oh, that's
esports
just
athlete.
as bad.
Let's just go with the woo.
Matthew
So-
Zaiwu. That's furry. That's furry shit right there. Matthew Zaiwu Herbow for CS:GO. Max Demon 1 Mazanov for Valorant. Peiko Hydra Ruziwez. I don't know. I Call of Duty, but that last name is rough. Park quote ruler Jai Hyuk, who also I would pick if he wasn't League of Legends. And Philip Imperial Hal Dosen for Apex Legends. Ew, I don't know what's. I mean, League is definitely bottom of the barrel, but definitely not voting for Apex Legends either. So I think it's between Matthew, Max, and Peiko.
Mhm.
I
don't
know. What
want
do
to
you
vote
guys
for
think?
Max just because, like, how do you get to be in the running for best athlete and have a name like Demon One?
Because
Like,
his last name is Mazanov. He's Slavic.
True. I guess Hydra would be fun, but it's also I don't know.
I like Hydra because that last name is. That would be my
going to
bet for
trip
yeah.
somebody up. It's
Yeah.
gonna be funny.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
alone gets him the vote.
go with that. Okay.
Tell others to vote. No.
Best
Best
esports
esports
game:
game.
Counter Strike
Oh.
2, Dota 2, League of Legends, PUBG Mobile, Valorant.
PUBG's mobile doesn't even have anyone in the running for the other categories, so that's automatically not the best game.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Valorant because Valorant had someone in every category.
Oh yeah.
And also Riot
And
Riot
it's
Games
not
is pretty
League.
neutral. Yeah, and it's not League. Very very correct. Content Creator of the Year: Iron Mouse.
StormwindGames.
Yeah, can we write in? Is this like a ballot? Can we do a write in?
Oh, dude. They on the video it says Chris Pratt or not? No, Chris Bratt. Chris Bratt, not Pratt. For People Make Games, but they put it as People Make Games.
Iron Mouse, People Make Games, Quackity, Spreen, and Cypher PK. I like Spreen. That feels like that gloopity globbity kind of name. Yeah, that glorpy glorb name, Spreen.
Write in All Night Gamers. I guess Spring. I don't. Who cares?
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
There's a
Spring.
reason this is near the bottom.
Yeah. Why are we doing this order?
Most
Okay, yeah.
anticipated
Getting a
game.
little interesting now. Most anticipated game: Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, or
Outlaws,
Tekken 8.
Tekken 8.
Mm,
I mean,
I'm having a hard time.
yeah, I could see. I saw Like a Dragon. Like, oh, I know what Alex is voting for.
But also Final
but us-
Fantasy 7.
But also Final Fantasy VII.
I think the easy answer here is Final Fantasy VII. I think the easy not answer is Tekken 8.
I mean, that's why it's at
Like,
the bottom of the
love you,
the
Namco. Love you guys, but sorry.
So easy.
One of the top 3 ones will win. I don't know which one, but it will be one of them.
Yeah, and like Hades was Game of the Year last year contender, and
It was
I
it
kind
last
of
year?
or 2
No, it
years
was the year
ago.
before that.
Whatever. It
Hades 1 was a Game of the Year contender, whenever that was.
yeah. Yeah,
Um,
whenever it was eligible.
And I kind of want to vote for Hades too, just because go indie guys. And not that Final Fantasy VII is bad or that I don't like it or anything. It's just I'm still not all
No.
that into RPGs. I'm more than I used to be, but
One of the top 3, because I don't even remember the last time I saw something about Star Wars Outlaws.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
So that makes it very hard to go, yeah, that's my anticipated game. Like, the IP itself has not been doing great. So, like, you're not selling me on that, Disney.
If I had a game
No.
on here, I'd vote for it. But since I'm not interested in anything in particular here, I think I'm just gonna go for Hades. But
Yep.
Yeah. I've got 1 and 3 pre-ordered, so this is very hard.
yeah. Which one are you gonna go with?
I went with 1.
Okay.
Well, just because I'll give Like a Dragon my vote for you, Alex.
Yeah,
spread
let's
the
go
love.
with that.
Best adaptation. I guarantee I
My
know.
movie.
Castlevania Nocturne, Gran Turismo, The Last of Us, the Super Mario Brothers movie, and Twisted Metal.
We're going with Mario. I don't care what
Is this even a question?
I'm giving pity points to Gran Turismo because I know all of us are voting for Mario movie, and I think that movie deserves some recognition. And we're already giving 3 votes to Mario, so I think we can.
We
spare
all
one.
know Last of Us will win, but I wanted to
Yeah.
do Mario for the meme.
Best multiplayer game: Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
The Nintendo game.
Yeah, Party
Um,
Animals makes me mad. I would if like
Wait, you
I
played
didn't
Party
realize
Animals?
oh my gosh.
Baldur's Gate
Mandy,
was
chill
the
out, man.
multiplayer game. I thought it was single player.
Hang on. Let's see what they're one.
Diablo. I don't want to give Blizzard a vote. That's for sure.
yeah, really this comes down like at first glance between Street Fighter 6 and Mario Wonder for me. And the reason I'm going to say Mario on this one is not because I obviously care more about Mario, even though I'm sure my bias plays into it. Like it's because Street Fighter 6 multiplayer, really playing Street Fighter 6 is not easy to do because fighting games require so much.
Smash.
Dude.
Yeah,
Street Fighter 6.
Your quota fighting game, your Mortal Kombats, your Street Fighters, your Tekkens, like the move list is a million miles long, and multiplayer usually ends up as the one person that has the game, so they play it a lot and they're really good, and then everybody else is ass.
Yeah, so fighting games do not deserve to win best multiplayer, best party game, whatever. That except Smash is easy to get into.
Smash is the only.
Mario Wonder has a lot more of an even playing field. And also it's cooperative.
Also,
Street Fighter 6 is only fun as multiplayer when nobody has played it a lot, or everybody has played it a lot.
Or the thing is, like,
yeah, there's no in between. Either everyone sucks or everyone's really decent, so that there's a balance.
It's actually fun. Yeah. The only thing is like it's also only 2-player, which is like
Yeah.
Multiplayer. There's more than one. Like,
I'm giving it to Wonder.
Yeah, I went
well,
Wonder
obviously.
on that one. Best sports or racing game: EA Sports FC 24, F1 23, Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged, and The Crew Motorfest.
Well, I
Is the
can't
Crew
vote for
Motorfest?
Mario
I don't.
Kart, even though it had basically a game release.
Yeah, but it's not a racing game.
It's a kart
It's
racer.
a kart racer, so it's
Yeah.
separate.
A Deluxe was on this.
Was it?
We'll go
Yeah.
Hot
I don't-
Wheels because Hot Wheels are goaded.
We'll go
So
Hot
gonna
Wheels.
go with Hot Wheels.
I'm gonna go Forza because I like supporting Forza and Gran Turismo. But I honorable mention to Hot Wheels because Hot Wheels are cool. Even though Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 is kind of a copy paste to me, but Crew mid. F123
I don't even remember
reprint
the Crew.
and FC24 reprint. So whatever.
Oh yeah.
I think if you don't
So
if you don't go Forza, you should go Hot Wheels because Hot Wheels are cool.
Agreed.
Oh,
Hot Wheels are cool.
oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Best
Sim
sim/strategy game.
Oh God. Okay. Advance Wars 1+2 reboot camp, City Skylines 2,
Reboot.
Company of Heroes 3. Shut up. Fire Emblem Engage and Pikmin 4.
Why would they do this? Why would they do
Oh.
this?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take a backseat on this one because I know what my vote is already. I want to hear you guys. I want to.
Well, I
Grant,
voted for
Wait,
Fire
wait,
Emblem Engage, and
Okay.
Kevin's gonna vote
Uh,
for
So
Pikmin.
is Pikmin a strategy game? Is that how they're counting it?
Pikmin is a strategy
Pikmin
game. You
is
have
an
to plan out,
RTS.
especially. Yeah, it's a real-time strategy. You
Uh,
do have to plan out your days, in order to maximize. I will say I don't like that they removed, the go back to the previous save feature that one, two, and or one new play control, new play control, and three had, but uh, it's still it is still very much a strategy game.
mhm.
Yeah,
They
it's
got
all about that Dondiri or whatever they call it.
Dan
Pipelining.
Dory. Um, it is interesting to see what is essentially two intelligent system games uh having to fight each other.
3 Nintendo games overall in this category.
Three Nintendo games
Yeah.
overall. I will be very surprised if Nintendo does not win this.
They
I feel
lose
like if
because it got split between.
because the vote got split.
Yeah.
I feel like if a Nintendo game doesn't win, it's going to be City Skylines.
Probably.
I cannot. I don't think I've ever seen anyone ever talk about Company of Heroes, so I do not see that winning. Obviously, I have to go for Pikmin, but
I'm going for Advance Wars.
yeah, I knew that.
That game got shafted because
lot.
of Russia, and also it's 2 games in one. So
True. Yeah, it's very. It's
I will die on this hill. Best family game.
I will say best sim/strategy is very hard to actually like. You pick one of those three, you're golden.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Best family game though, not Party Animals.
Yeah, Disney Illusion Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
Would you call
I don't-
Pikmin a family
it is-
game? though?
No, I would not.
So here's the thing, right? Yes, it is family friendly, but I feel like they just needed to fill out another slot. It's because the multiplayer is not real unless you're playing against each other. So I'd either say Illusion Island or Wonder.
I'll go Illusion Island. It'd be kind of nice to see them. Get...
I think I'm gonna go Wonder for the same reason I picked it as best multiplayer. But Illusion Island's a fair argument.
Illusion Island's right under it. I just don't like that you can't actually kill anything. You just have to dodge.
Best fighting
Us.
game. God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Pocket Bravery, and Street Fighter 6. Okay, I'm gonna give it to
What
Street
is
Fighter
God of
6,
Rock?
I think.
What is God of Rock?
I have no idea.
How is that the first game on the list and I've never even heard of it?
God of Rock. Came out April 17th
Yeah.
this year. 6 out of 10 on Steam, 55% on PC Gamer.
And it's somehow the one at the top of the list.
Let's see what the
Uh.
Metacritic was. Yeah, I mean, if there was only 5 fighting games released this year, then yeah, Metascore of 62, hard pass on God of Rock.
Or hard pass.
I'm gonna give it to Street Fighter 6 because this is, I think, where the category that it shines in. Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2 is just a reprint and cash grab. Mortal Kombat 1, I don't know. I don't think
Is
it
a
added as much.
reboot.
Yeah, like it's a reboot of a series that didn't really need rebooting, but okay.
It also has tons of DLC, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
Mhm.
And
That
then
sounds right.
Pocket Bravery is
I'm gonna guess that's a
Mobile
mobile
cash grab.
game, which is yeah.
mobile crash grab.
So,
Not yeah,
I
doesn't
talked
deserve it.
trash on Street Fighter 6 earlier. I'll give it the dub here. I like Capcom.
Capcom deserves some wins. They just can't win
Yep.
multiplayer.
Yeah.
Nope.
Best RPG. Ooh, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield.
There's not a Nintendo game on here.
I'm heavily going Sea of Stars here. I'm a Sea of Stars Chad. I think that game is awesome and deserves some time in the limelight. It's an indie game. It's that Chrono Trigger feel. Art style is awesome. Definitely like that game.
It shouldn't be 16. 16's not an RPG.
Mhm.
So you say.
So that was the biggest thing people bitched about.
I'm giving it a Sea of Stars as well.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking. When
I heard a lot
Yeah,
of
I
good
wanna-
things about Sea of Stars.
heard a
I
lot
just
of good
have not
things.
had the money to buy it.
Yeah, I haven't bought it, but I did play all of the
I can't
demo.
drop 60 on a
and,
game.
Let's see. Best action adventure. That's the next one, right?
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
All right. Here's a good one.
This-
Alan Wake
This
2,
is
Spider-Man
this is-
2, Resident Evil 4, Jedi Survivor, Tears of the Kingdom.
the truly best category. Like this is
Okay,
top
so
rated games.
right off the
of
bat,
the
Alan
year.
Wake 2 and Resident Evil 4, no, those are horror games.
Well, also Resident Evil 4 is a remake, so
Yeah.
and Alan Wake 2 is just like, but why? Why would I vote for that?
Spider-Man
Uh,
2 versus Tears of the Kingdom versus Jedi Survivor.
Alex, you're the one that put the most time into Jedi Survivor. Would you say it matches up between Spider-Man and Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah.
Okay, well we have to narrow it down somehow. And you
Yeah.
played all three.
I know. I'm thinking.
So the difficult thing is like none of these are originals.
No, they're all sequels.
Yeah.
And all of them are essentially just the same game again, but with everything upgraded in really good ways. Man, I don't know. That's tough.
Mhm.
I
I mean, Alex, how long did it take you to beat Jedi Survivor or like complete Jedi Survivor versus Spider-Man? Because I know you haven't finished Zelda yet.
Mm,
think I'm gonna have to go Zelda on this one. And the reasoning behind that is because Spider-Man 2 is like Spider-Man 1 with things just cleaned up a little bit, I think. And like the tasks you do around the city are different, but they serve the same purpose.
It has,
And
there's
Tears of the
that's what I
Kingdom
was thinking,
feels like
right?
a remake, like a full remake of Breath of the Wild, where every single thing is done better. Like Spider-Man 2
stuff
really
I'm
does better at
missing.
things that weren't good the first time.
There's stuff I'm missing from the first game playing through Spider-Man 2 though.
Yeah,
Like a lot of the various webbing that you could use in the first game, I'm like I need it back. which I mean, I guess is also kind of how I felt with Spider-Man Miles Morales, but like
Mhm.
But
need
like
them back.
Spider-Man 2 didn't really change a whole lot with the things that worked well. But Tears of the
No,
Kingdom
they
basically
just added
upgraded
more.
everything regardless of if it worked well or if it didn't work well. It upgraded everything. And
and added an entire new system, and on a system that is significantly weaker than the PS5 and the Xbox X. Made it so that the tech everyone was, or the because like in Last of Us 2, right? Everyone was so impressed with how the rope thing worked, where it was actually the game doing having the rope act like a rope and not just disappearing into a void and not responding. And Nintendo
yeah.
pulled that off on the Switch with Zelda 2. So I'm like, even on just the technical level, it is probably the most impressive game on this list.
yeah, I mean, like honestly, I kind of want to ding it a little bit for its performance on Switch, but that's more of a Nintendo issue than the game issue. Like the game would be
That's
even better if this game was on
if it had
PS5.
the power.
Oh my god,
Yeah, if it had the power to, or
that would
even
be
like
insane.
if the Switch 2 or whatever, is backwards compatible and they can have that extra power go into it, it's probably going to
Oh
be like,
yeah.
very impressive.
Um,
You know,
and to be honest, I'm
uh,
talking like this is like a 10 out of 10 versus a 9.8 out of 10. Like the
yeah,
difference is so small here that could go either
it's
way. Jedi Survivor
yeah.
probably has a lot of things that go its way too. I just haven't played it.
Mm.
Mhm.
That's a tough one. What about you? What are you guys
And
going for?
Probably Zelda.
I'm gonna go Zelda.
But I will say I think like traversal definitely more fun in Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Agreed.
Yeah.
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 Like, because if I don't have to like if I could start wherever and just glide, fine. But the amount of energy that especially that you start with to get around, it traversal is not as fun in Zelda. But
Mhm.
Alex's opinion feels like one we should hear because he has put a lot of
Yeah,
time into
Alex, why are
those.
you being so quiet over there? What you got?
I'm just trying to figure it out. I feel like I
Well,
have to
talk it
go
out.
with Zelda because it's Zelda, but like the Spider-Man took away a lot of things, but like everything in Jedi Survivor has everything Origins Fallen Order had, and just expands upon that. Like there aren't abilities and things taken out from the first game. It's all there. You actually start with everything or mostly everything
Yeah.
that you had at the end of the first game.
And that feels like a
Right.
third argument. Like Tears of the Kingdom took away some stuff, but they didn't take it away
It
directly. They
wasn't.
took it away because they upgraded it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not as like painful of a takeaway.
Yeah.
Uh, Spider-Man, like, because and I mentioned this I think 2 weeks ago, right? Whereas like there's stuff I go to shoot one of the tools and it's like this is not the one I want. I want to web them with the web strike or whatever it was called. Just instant knockout. Not I don't want to have to fight them.
Facts.
Every single because that's the thing, right? Especially like I did one of the bases for Craven's people, and I got caught, so I couldn't do the so I couldn't knock out reinforcements. And I'm just like, I can't take all of these out because I I'm at a point where I'm just like flying around, trying to take out one or two guys because I don't have enough
You have
like insta kill stuff to
you have
actually.
webline though, right?
I do have webline, but that's not.
That's what they
But
expect
that
you to
doesn't.
use.
But that doesn't help me if they see me. Like
Don't get seen.
Yeah, don't get caught.
Yeah, this sounds like a
Just-
skill issue.
I mean, I cleared the base. It would have helped to have those insta kill items that they had in the first game. You know,
I'm just hearing a bunch of skill issue.
Mhm.
fair.
Out of these
It-
5, you can pick what you want, and I will not be mad.
I don't know. I don't think Resident Evil or Alan Wake deserves that.
It's not because like they're bad games. It's because
they
I
just-
don't So they
In the
clarify action
same-
adventure means the combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Like,
Which Resident Evil is a puzzle game.
yeah,
But
and like
it's
sure they
also
do
a
have
remake.
combat and they do have puzzle solving, but traversal, like it's a horror game. These aren't actually. I mean, like I get they kind of qualify. Like it's a bit of a gray area, but no,
But,
I
like,
don't know about that.
nah,
But
Didn't
even then,
Control
like
win?
there's still, maybe I'm not sure.
wait, what, Alex?
Didn't Control win a couple years ago?
I don't know if it
I
was in this
think
category,
so.
but I know it won some stuff.
Control won something. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm going Zelda though.
I'm going Zelda, and also, it's not really like for this category, but like I'm very excited for the Game of the Year music, because if they bring in like the saxophone and stuff they had in the first trailers, oh my gosh,
We'll
dude,
get there shortly.
that
Yeah.
was so good.
What's your vote,
Oh,
Alex?
16 more.
I voted Zelda.
All right.
But-
Okay, best action game. Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Remnant 2.
The only one I feel like I've heard some people talk about Dead Island 2, but like not in a good light. I don't I at least I don't remember them talking about it in good light.
Do I
The
want Microsoft to win, though?
I mean, at
Yeah,
least
but,
it's
like,
the publisher.
Hi-
They're the publisher, not the developer.
Yeah,
I heard a lot of good things about Hi-Fi, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
give
like-
it to Hi-Fi Rush. I think there should be more games with that kind of style.
Mhm. I mean,
Um,
look at when Stardew Valley blew up, right? Everyone now does their own farming sim.
Yep.
So if we could get like more unique
Oh, yeah.
styles
No
instead of
kidding.
muddy
Yeah,
gray.
that Jet Set Radio style really is not appreciated as much as it should be.
No.
Mhm.
All right, best VR or AR game: Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Humanity, Resident Evil Village VR, and Synapse.
Humanity's not really a VR game, though. I can play it and
Is it
have
an-
played a
Is
lot
it
of
an AR
it.
game?
No.
Oh,
Like, I guess you
I mean-
could play it with VR, but
you can, but you can also play Resident Evil Village without VR. You could play Gran Turismo 7
Also,
without VR.
Horizon.
Horizon
No,
is a
Call of
VR
the
specific.
Mountain-
That's a
yeah,
specific
Call of the
VR.
Mountain is.
Horizon. Okay, I wasn't sure. There's so many Horizon subtitle games. I'm never sure anymore.
Yeah,
I feel like Resident Evil's gonna win, but like that's just because gamers are horny, and they want to see
Mommy
how do you
Milkers.
pronounce mommy? Yeah,
Lady Dimitrescu,
Oh,
who's
yeah,
only in
they-
the game for like an hour.
Yeah.
okay, but like, look, you. What did I just say? Gamers are horny. You sell them on the horny, and they've already bought the game, so you've already got their money.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to vote Gran Turismo 7, but that just feels like a cop-out.
Because again, not an actual VR game.
Well, not because it's not an actual VR game, because Resident Evil Village isn't a VR game, and that's probably what I'm going to vote for. But it's because, like, I don't know, like, the mechanics don't change. Like, the feel of the game doesn't change. You're just now more in the car. Like, I know it.
More in the car.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a BS thing. Like, I know it adds to the experience. Makes it more of a real racing sim, and that's what that game goes for, is to be the most realistic racing sim besides like Assetto Corsa or something. But like VR makes horror games way more terrifying than it does make a racing game feel way more real. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
So like I'm always gonna give it to the horror game because horror in VR works super super well.
Oh
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Best mobile game. Yay! Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Honkai Star Rail, Monster Hunter Now, and Terra Nil. That one's
I'm
by
Uh,
gonna
Netflix.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm not. I'm definitely not voting for that one.
I'm
I'm gonna
going
go
with
with
Ever
Hello Kitty.
Crisis.
Hello Kitty Island is just the Animal
Animal
Crossing.
I was gonna
Pocket
Crossing,
say
yeah.
Camp,
that looks like
right?
Animal Crossing.
That looks like Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. It would not surprise me if it's just Pocket Camp.
Well, I'm not giving it to Hoyoverse because they own Genshin. Um,
I voted Ever Crisis because I want it on console.
you know what? That's a good point.
Yep.
Actually, yeah, I probably
Go with
shouldn't
that.
vote Hello Kitty.
Hmm.
Ever Crisis retells like all of the little different Final Fantasy 7 games. So like 7
Ooh.
Dirge of Servius,
Best
the
best debut indie game. Cocoon by
this is
Geometric
the worst
Interactive,
type.
Dredge by Black Salt Games, Pizza Tower by Torre de Pizza, Vinba by Vizai Games, and Viewfinder by Sad Owl Studios. I want to go with Pizza Tower just because that photo is hilarious.
Yeah.
That it's also essentially the Wario Land games. Yeah, Wario Land, because Wario World was just GameCube, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that the game name is Pizza Tower and the developer name is Tour de Pizza.
They said we are pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Best
site keeps
overall
logging
indie
me
game.
out.
Best
Uh-oh.
independent
Bet-
Wait, what?
game.
Hang on.
Best independent game. Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Sea of Stars, Viewfinder.
Sea of
Dave the Diver.
Stars.
I can't say no to Dave the Diver here. I think that game is cute. It has a ton of personality, and Sea of Stars is really good.
But
But
it's also
Dave the Diver is
just-
unique. It's original.
Mhm.
Sea of Stars is heavily based on Chrono Trigger, which isn't to its fault. Chrono Trigger is a good
But-
RPG, but since Dave the Diver is unique, it's original, and everything about it is super cute, and there's a lot of love put into it. I gotta go with that one.
Mhm.
Also, its mechanics are very unique too. Sea of Stars is, really similar to Chrono Trigger in its gameplay, and Dave the Diver is really weird
fishing and cooking and more fishing.
and serving. Yeah, pouring and more
Oh,
weird
yeah.
stuff. Best community support, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates or
So-
patches.
Just a thought before we get into the options here. This should be down with the esports and whatnot because it doesn't matter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, big words there. Anyway, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, and No Man's Sky. I think I'm gonna go with No Man's Sky here.
I have been
Fair.
hearing a lot of good things about No Man's Sky
Mhm.
because look, it's like I mentioned earlier, right? The games without or because I think it was before the show, right? When we were talking about the Miyamoto quote. If this game had been, rushed and there was no way to update it, it would be, forever a bad game. But I feel like of the five, this is the one I always hear, they've been striving to get that initial promise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
But
like that. No Man's Sky. Wait, what?
best ongoing game. Apex Legends, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Genshin Impact.
Honestly, I see Fortnite winning because of their them going back to the original map.
That's such a lame reason, though.
Yeah, I think in this case I'm gonna go Cyberpunk because they did deliver. They did fix the issue of Cyberpunk, and
Mhm.
people really love that DLC. It's fairly highly rated, and they got better with it. And I gave the nod to No Man's Sky for fixing their issues on the previous one, so I'll give the nod to Cyberpunk here fixing their issues.
Oh yeah.
I think.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Gosh.
Games for Impact, A Space for the Unbound, Chance of Sonar, Goodbye Volcano High, Tachia, Terra Nil, and Venba. I have no idea what any of these games are.
Yeah, yeah, no clue.
Once again, I ask that there be like a little blurb about what their message is, because
Yeah,
it like if you haven't played them, yeah, maybe
you
it
have
would
no idea.
spoil the message that it's trying to convey, but like I have no idea what message these are trying to convey anyways. And some of these I've never even heard of.
Definitely
Yeah.
not Goodbye Volcano High because that looks like furries. Um,
I can't even see what Chance of Sonar is about because of how they crop the photo.
um, I like Chance of Sonar. That's a Skinwalker looking thing.
Yeah.
Analog horror kind of stuff. I'll go with that. Whatever.
The image that it pops up is even more Skinwalker.
Uh,
It's probably got some deep, profound message in which is like Skinwalker.
Skinwalkers are real. The bugs are actually in your skin. I'm not kidding. You got to get them out. Innovation and accessibility. Diablo 4, Forza Motorsport, Hi-Fi Rush, Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, Street Fighter 6.
um, I do not imagine that the fighting games are what's allowing people to have an easier time playing the fighting games. That would be the fight pads. Um,
I would say Spider-Man, but I don't know the fact that including a person in the story that's deaf means they're helping accessibility. I think that's more of like representation, but it's not innovation. It's just like, okay, cool. Someone with a disability is in your story now, and that's I guess good for awareness and or making a point.
but
And it does provide some
but she
interesting
was
gameplay, but it's
also
not helping deaf people play the game.
she was also in Spider-Man 1.5, so it's
Yeah,
not really innovative either.
true.
Adding her, I don't. Again, it's without like having a lot of time with all these games. It's really hard to be like this one pushes the software as a way of expanding, and then allowing people. But like, I can't imagine a deaf person or any like if you added character with disability, I can't imagine people going, ah, yes, this means I can enjoy this game because they represented me.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. But
Like
that already meant
if I'm interested to hear what you say, Cooper.
like 2K pushes the hardware because it takes up so much space. Um,
I think
no,
I'm
fighting.
probably just gonna give it to Hi-Fi Rush
I
because
like the new art.
I have no. I
I
just have nothing to base these games
I
off of.
Yeah,
like
literally.
what is it? What is it? Like I know they have like a whole little blurb here, but again, what does that mean with these games specifically?
Yeah, that's why
Like
that is why I kind of like Steam's because Steam's will let you like hear from the creators and whatnot, which is kind of cool. But yeah,
Best
like
performance for voiceover
Yeah.
acting, motion, and or performance capture. Ben Starr from Final Fantasy XVI, Cameron Monaghan, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Idris Elba, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, Melanie Lieberd, Alan Wake 2, Neil Newbin, Baldur's Gate 3, and Yuri Lowenthal, Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Yuri, easy vote.
I would say either Yuri or Idris.
Mm.
I'm gonna give it to Yuri because I like Spider-Man more than Spider-Punk, but
Spider Punk.
Spider, yeah,
Spider-Punk.
I like
Spider-Punk.
Spider-Punk better than Cyberman. Best audio design: Alan Wake
Oh,
2, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4.
Did Alex die? Speaking of audio, where is he?
Yeah, good point. Alex, you
I'm
there?
just thinking.
You're
He's
thi-
deep in thought.
Look, he's
Yeah.
so deep in thought. He hasn't talked for
He
like 10
skipped.
minutes.
He skipped ahead to Game of the Year. He's just like trying to come up with something before we get there.
No, that does sound like a good idea.
Well, you need to back me up on this. Or well, Grant, go through the options first.
Alan Wake 2, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4.
So in Spider-Man 2, right, which they did the same thing in Spider-Man 1. There's two sets of audio, right? There's one for like if you're swinging or fighting, and then there's one for not, doing something. So like specifically, I caught it. Which one? I the first mission where Harry joins you as Venom, right?
Yeah.
I died, and
Issue.
skill issue, yes. But the first time, right, I was fighting enemies when Harry called, and Peter was yelling and talking to Harry that way. But when I died and was trying to clear out enemies, sneak here so that I wouldn't die again, he was whispering the entire time.
Ooh.
So I do think that kind of has deserves some recognition, but it's going to be very hard to say that Spider-Man's sound design is going to be better than a horror game's.
Yeah, I was gonna say Resident Evil 4 or Dead Space.
Because like it's a
There's
cool feature, but
3
like
horror games up here.
yeah.
but
But I don't know much.
I don't know Dead Space or Alan Wake, but like horror games are kind of made off of their sound effects. So
And
if
Dead
Spider-Man wins,
Space's
it's because it's
story
popular.
and setup is very conducive to good audio design. Like that's kind of a big dead, like because you're on like the whole space station cliche.
Yeah,
Like that's where a good game becomes a great game with good audio, and I think it did a really good
Yeah.
job there. But if I'm picking based on remake, like they're both remakes, so I'd rather give it to Resident Evil 4. I think. But yeah, I'm gonna go RE4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if we got to see like the full like list, Spider-Man would probably end up last in that one, except for popularity. Like that would be the only reason it did not end up last is popularity, because the other four are significantly enhanced by their sound design. And Spider-Man, well, it is it has some cool features. You're not playing to unless you're playing long enough and you're losing long enough to hear all the different quips. It that again still doesn't match a horror game's sound design.
Oh yeah.
Best score and music: Alan Wake 2,
Oh yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush, Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom, easy vote. So good, bro.
They should have an example on the site of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
to be fair, I feel like you'd need like
I guess it would be biased, but like
you would need the context of the score though, because
maybe the main theme of each one.
yeah, like that's the problem, right? Like typically speaking, the score is enhanced by whatever is going on.
Yeah.
Like if you had, because if you played, let's go with like just a random, the Zelda overture, right? Like when it's building up. If you had that, but Link's sleeping, it doesn't matter. Who cares, right? Um, so it's kind of hard to judge it unless you have the exact context of
I
why it's enhancing that scene.
If there's one I don't want to give to Tears of the Kingdom, I think it's this one because I didn't think
Half
about
of it
it
is
that
so soft and just sort of,
well, it's not that
and
it's bad, it's that this is
it's not
something
bad.
that
It's
was
just
not really changed from Breath of the Wild. Like it
no.
works the same exact
It's-
way that the soundtrack does in Breath of the Wild, which is good, but
But with
been
that,
there, done that.
it's also without the Guardians, because I feel like the Guardians is music is kind of some of the most iconic from Breath of the Wild. Um, Without the Guardians roaming and changing, from the uh soft serene music, it's kind of hard to be like, oh yeah, this is uh you know uh hype or whatever, because it's half the time you're just listening, you know, to Link walking or whatever. It's very hard to give it.
Yeah. No.
Probably the music based game, which is Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, that was what I was
That's
thinking about
true.
going to as well. I think I'm gonna go with that one. Like,
If they,
I don't know. It just that's the soundtrack of Tears of the Kingdom is probably the thing that is most copy pasty from Breath of the Wild.
yeah,
Because why waste the time on redoing the sound when you can just go, okay, add some music for the sky, add some music for the underground, boom, done.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
obviously the boss fights and whatnot is going to have more hype music, but like I haven't done a comparison, but I'm pretty sure it's both um of like it's just 1-to-1, or just it's close enough to 1-to-1 that it's like it doesn't matter.
Best art direction: Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Mario Wonder, Tears of the Kingdom. I'm gonna go Mario Wonder on this one. Hi-Fi Rush close second.
I'm looking at Liza P. It certainly looks like a generic uh third person action adventure ish game. Um like that's the problem, right? Everyone does the same art style. Like your characters might look different, but if the world does not look different, then what's the point?
oh
Um
yeah.
Unity engine, Unity lighting, Unity building. I did it.
I did it. I made a game. Yeah. Not to discredit them, but it is.
Well, I mean, I also
Are
I have similar reason for why I'm not picking Tears of the Kingdom because
oh
it's the
yeah,
exact
absolutely.
same art style.
It's the exact same. Yeah. No, for sure, for sure. It's like
Yeah, Liza P and Tears of the Kingdom are just really been there, done that.
and I don't know about Alan Wake, but here. But that's also a sequel. I assume it would have the exact same sort.
Just
Yeah,
upgraded maybe.
yeah. It again, if you're going to say best art direction, it does not need to be uh it needs to be something with a unique stance, because like Alan Wake and Life of P both look like they could be like, other than the characters, they look like they could be in the same world almost. Um
Yeah, but the reason I'm picking Mario Wonder is because it's really hard to do new things in a series like Mario because Mario's so old. Everything has been there, done that with Mario. It feels like so to come up with an art style that I want to be transparent. I did not trust an art style at the beginning. I was very nervous about it, but
yeah,
it really is like somehow
its own
new.
thing. Yeah, it's got its own identity, which I if nothing else, that's why it deserves to be over.
Yeah, because that's so hard to do with
Hi-Fi.
Mario. Like, how many
'Cause-
times can you make Mario?
Like Hi-Fi has its own identity, basically. Um, even if it is just a HD version of Jet Set Radio, essentially, right? Not to discredit
It's
how they've
inspired
designed
by,
it.
but it's different enough. Like, it's kind of the same
Yeah.
thing as Mario. That's why I'm saying that's a close second. Like, I'm picking
But-
Mario because I like Mario more, but
Yeah, Mario's also just harder because that art style hasn't been touched in over a decade.
yeah.
Like they, you know, if you'd made Splatoon look like that, it really would have, looked like its own unique thing,
Dude.
right? Like, but Mario is a Mario pulling off, um, the 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 art style change, especially for a series that is, stagnated.
Yeah.
I feel like the gaming community could, if there's one thing in the gaming community could agree, it's that the new games have very much stagnated the Mario art style.
Mhm.
But this one feels fresh. There's a lot of I like the shadow play too. I don't feel like they could have really done that in the new art style as well, because it would have all just blended together.
I will say, like, if the music had Russell Flats, it'd have been easy category.
All right. Best narrative. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 16, Spider-Man 2.
I played one of these properly, so I guess I'm voting Spider-Man.
Yeah, I have to
haven't
vote
played
Spider-Man
any
because
of
it's the only
these.
fair vote I have, but if I wouldn't do that, I'd do Baldur's Gate 3 solely because of based off how much good stuff I've heard about that game. Best game direction. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Mario Brothers Wonder, Tears of the Kingdom.
Is
Creative
this
vision
just
and innovation.
the second that was this the game of the year contenders too? Is it these five?
Missing one. Resident Evil 4.
Oh
Ah.
yeah. I think I gotta give it to Mario again, bro. Innovation. I mean,
I'm gonna
Vision and innovation.
I'm gonna go Tears of the Kingdom because of the
There's
same argument I picked it
so-
earlier where like even though like I know I just got done talking about how the soundtrack has been there done that, but in terms of
The rest of the game is not
being able to take every mechanic and
mhm.
change it even if it was already good and not piss people off by doing that, because usually changing good things is how you make people really mad. So
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna give it to
It-
to Zelda for that.
Let's go back for a moment to when the game originally launched, right? And all of us were saying there was so much game in this game.
Yeah, like not
Like,
only did they
you don't
upgrade the
pull that
mechanics,
off.
but they tripled the size of the world because they added essentially 2 new worlds.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And completely significantly changed how Hyrule itself works.
Yeah,
Like,
they changed the
I-
layout enough to make things feel fresh. Like I remember trying
Mhm.
to do things I did in Breath of the Wild, like trying to find the Korok guy and trying to get to Kakariko Village and trying to find some shrines that I just happened to know the location of, like Dueling Peaks and stuff, and all of it was like I couldn't use it. All of that knowledge was basically worthless, other than like generic directions. Like I knew I needed to head
I-
east to get to Kakariko, but that was it. I didn't know where the shrines were. I didn't know where the stable were. I didn't know where the Korok seed guy was. Like all of it's different.
And Spider-Man is, because I tested this out, right? I went to Aunt May's grave. It's exactly the same spot. So, like that, there's significantly more changes in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah. Spider-Man 2 is kind of hard to change the map because it's
It's
based
New
on New York
York.
City. So like New York City is
Yeah.
always going to be New York City. And that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that's a dig against Spider-Man 2. I think that's just the consequence of the story.
I mean, they doubled the map, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's bigger,
mean,
and like they change other
is significantly
stuff. You
bigger.
know, it's like the traversal's more fun, and there's different
I
things to
do like the web
do.
wings.
Um, but the map itself didn't change. And again, that's not a bad thing. That's just because you chose New York City, so New York City is going to be New York City. You can add more of the city to the map, but you can't change the map really, like in terms of actual
yeah.
content,
Yeah.
because it's a city.
Like, I again can't speak for Alan Wake or Baldur's Gate, but Mario does have a lot going for it. It is, same idea as Breath of the Wild, right? It is a breath of fresh air compared to the formula we've been getting with Mario for the last decade and a half. But it doesn't have nearly as much going on for it as Spider-Man or Zelda.
Yeah.
Zelda
Like,
just has so much game.
yeah, I kind of there's a part of me that really wants to give it to Mario because of all the compliments it's gotten from just gameplay. Forget the art, forget the soundtrack, but just basic 2D platforming.
It plays
The
so
fact
well.
that this is the best Mario game since Super Mario Brothers World, and everybody said that, and that's really high praise.
Yeah.
That it's impressive to continue to do that with all new stuff, but I don't know, like none of these games are not impressive. That's the struggle. Like I pick Zelda, but Mario deserves it, Spider-Man deserves it, Baldur's Gate 3 deserves it more than those other two. I mean, Alan Wake 2 I can't speak to, but I saw one of the guys I watch on YouTube put out like an hour and a half long video about saying how Alan Wake 2 is the best horror game of the year, and had a lot of good arguments for it. Like I watched it genuinely because I wanted to know more about the game, and like all of these, yeah, we're at the end of the voting, so obviously all of these games are going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been up and down the whole voting list.
Yeah. Well, I guess with that, let's get into the final vote. Game of the year: Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Really
And once again,
tough.
really hard to judge completely with two games that none of us have touched. But I don't.
So I think it's I had this thought before, basically pre-October when a lot of these games came out. I knew that it's going to be either Zelda or Baldur's Gate.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've gone back and forth on which one I think will win. It's really just like how much, like which fan base is crazier, the Zelda fan base or the D&D fan base? And I typically want to go D&D there, but also Zelda is huge. Like it's really hard to judge that.
The problem, the big reason, like if Zelda is not to win, it's because it came out so much earlier in the year. People are not talking about it as much anymore.
Yeah, but Baldur's Gate 3 has not been, like, it didn't come out recently. And people have been talking about that game forever. Like people, my buddies don't shut up about it. The ones that are into it anyway. And that's why I'm like, I don't know
which is going to win, but it's going to be one of those two.
Yeah,
It's gonna be Iron.
It came out in August.
RE4 with the steel chair.
It's real again, and I've been bringing this up the whole time. It's kind of hard to give a remake game of the year, especially in a year where we have such strong contenders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4, I'm sorry, I just can't give a game of the year, but it absolutely deserves to be on this list. I think I would have replaced Alan Wake 2 with Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
But other than that, every game that's on this list deserves to be here. And I'm sure Alan Wake 2 probably does, and there's a lot of people that'll argue that. But based on the response that I've seen personally, I heard way more good things about Hogwarts Legacy, and I heard way more people playing about it and talking about it than I have about Alan Wake 2. So, uh,
Like, now would I vote for Hogwarts Legacy if it was on this list? Probably not. Just because by it, like when you're regular game, fine, sure, whatever, but completing it is an absolute drag just because of the 90 Merlin challenges where you can't skip the freaking cutscene. So every time it's like, here's the little growing thing, and I'm just like, let me skip this.
Yeah.
The challenges
will
were not
say-
creative or unique, but Hogwarts Legacy didn't make this list.
I will say it is really cool that at the beginning of the Switch life, we got Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, and now it's what 5 years in,
6.
and we got it 6.
We have a new
And we got
Mario and a
Wonder
new
and
Zelda.
Tears. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's sick.
second year in the console's life cycle of a Mario and a Zelda as game of the year. That is good. I like my heart won't let me pick anything besides Tears of the Kingdom. I can argue a couple different things, especially when you read if you read the game of your thing, which says recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Based on the technical fields, I want to ding Tears of the Kingdom because it doesn't run perfect, which
No,
basically all of
but-
these other games do.
But
Mhm.
Tears of the Kingdom is also significantly pushing its hardware, which
yeah, but
and it's and like we brought up earlier, right? It's very the stuff it pulls off, like for running on the Switch, is insanely impressive. Even with it, being just the devs knowing how to utilize the engine better.
yeah,
Mhm.
and like it's really hard to argue against a game that felt like the first game again. Like and what I mean by that is Tears of the Kingdom was like when Breath of the Wild came out, but again, like that game is so big that it redid Breath of the Wild and doubled it. Like everybody's reaction to Tears of the Kingdom when that game came out was as high, if not higher, than when Breath of the Wild came out 6 years ago. Like that is so hard to do. Not many games have done that. I just can't I just can't go against Tears of the Kingdom. That's the most time I've put into any game this year, and again, Tears of the Kingdom had me come back. I beat the story. I played it relentlessly until I beat the story, and then I'm still playing it now. I just don't do that with other games. When I beat a game, I'm done with it. The fact that both Breath of the Wild and now Tears of the Kingdom did it again, and I'm going back and playing this game that I already beat just because I want to play more of it. Like that's really hard for me to do. And
Again, there's so much game in this game.
yeah,
Like it is hard to, because I mean, let's be real here, right? Mario Wonder is the only game on here that is like a succinct package, right? Because everything else has, well, I don't know about Alan Wake, but everything else really has like a lot for you to go for, even outside of just the main, story. But Mario is the only one that's like, if you want like a more classic style, there is not, 8,000 hours of content. But if you want that, Zelda is going to be the biggest game on this list.
Oh yeah.
There's so much to do in it.
yeah, like voting for Zelda feels like picking Alabama to win the national championship. I really hate it because I hate the same thing winning all the time, but damn it, they're good. And damn it, this Zelda game is incredible. Like I don't know. I want to just discount my cupcake phase with the game because I try to do that. I'm trying to do that with the other games because they came out so recently. But you just can't discount that. And Zelda swooned me unlike
Zelda's
any other
was
game this
a
year.
lot higher. Like, and yeah, obviously, I'm having that cupcake phase with Spider-Man. Zelda's a lot higher. I just have, I've been so busy, and then new stuff comes out. It's my same thing with Fire Emblem Engage, except for the fact that I started recording that. That's my problem. I've some of these larger games that I'm just like, I need to not record it so I can actually play it and not have to worry about storage. or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
Alex, you're still being very quiet.
Yeah, I'm just listening. I'm tired.
Well, you got to give us
We're
game of the
all
year.
tired.
We're on the last
Come
one.
I
on.
We're on game
voted
of the year.
Zelda. Are you
For what
surprised?
reason?
Bro,
Yes.
you gave
Uh,
0 reasons.
I'm kind of surprised you haven't even played the game that much.
It's Zelda. I have to vote it. I know I have to vote it.
Yeah, fair enough. Alex just boiled down all of my arguments into a single sentence, so we'll run with that. It's Zelda. I gotta vote for it.
It might lose, but
If
I
it
have
loses
to-
to Baldur's Gate, I'm okay with that. I've seen people rave
It-
about that game the way we rave about Zelda, so
yeah.
If it loses to if Game of the Year goes to Resident Evil 4, I'm gonna be kind of mad.
I'm gonna laugh.
yeah, that
That'd be
would
kind of funny though.
Like, I
Game of the
do not
Year.
think it deserves to go to Resident Evil 4. It's not a bad game by any means, but like, come on, it
Game of the Year.
it should not
RE4.
Game of the Year RE4. You know the game from 20 years ago. Yeah,
wait a minute. This game of the year
like
is just already a game of the year.
this Game of the Year's made a Game of the Year.
Exactly.
All Cameron's saying is if Ocarina of Time got a full remake, it can't win. And literally everyone would
But
fight
it
him on
would.
that.
That's the thing. It would win, but like,
That's because it's Zelda and you have to vote for it.
it's just like,
Exactly.
look, in a year with that is this stacked for gaming, it just feels kind of wrong to vote for the rating, because not every year is as good of a year as this year for gaming.
Yeah. Overall, this was a great year. I'm glad that we had
Even if I
such a struggle
can't get
picking
around
stuff.
time to it.
All right. Well, I think that's going to end the show for us here today. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed it. Game of the Year show is on December 7th, which is just under 2 weeks away. So come back in 3 weeks' time. We will have a discussion of that live show. Might do
Yeah.
some final predictions the week before or something. I don't know. We'll play it by ear, but please make sure to come back over the next couple of weeks. We'll have lots of good content coming at you guys. Hope you enjoyed again. Please share us with a friend. We post every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, youtube.com/StormwindGames. Anywhere that you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Add us on Twitter, AdamNightGamers with a K. What did you vote for Game of the Year? What do you think deserves it? Do you think that we're right? Do you think that we're stupid? Let us know why. And we'll be back next week with more gaming news and talk. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.